So let's open the 1 Corinthians chapter 11, 23, 29. That's what I said. Take, eat. This is my body. So this is a Paul writing in the 1 Corinthians to the Corinthian people, saying here is, for I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you, Lord Jesus Christ. Now, when Paul went into the ministry, Jesus was long gone. But just like the song I just sung, what do you mean gone? People will die gone, but we visit the cemetery, we go to the same church, and remember them. So in a way they are living, in a way they understand. So this is what the Paul said. Verse 24, he said, and when he had given thanks, he brake it, and take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me. Now, listen, this is the exact word. Where, how Paul heard this, I do not know. But Paul experienced all this communion service or Lord's Supper. Just like the 12 apostles did on the book of Luke, chapter 22. Remember this Passover, this is a meal. Last time they gathered together and eat with Jesus Christ. So book of Luke reported like this. When the time came, Jesus and the apostles sat down together at the table, and Jesus started talking. Some other Bible before that it says Jesus reclined on that table. Table is not like a table and chair, like a supper table. It's quite different over there. It's like Japanese style, I'd say. Table is very shorter, and you sit on the floor. So you just recline, get comfortable. But this is a special meal, because this is the last meal Jesus shared with the apostles. So the verse 15, it says, I went to the Luke chapter 22. I have been very eager to eat with this Passover meal with you before my suffering begins. My suffering begins. For I tell you now that I won't eat this meal again until its meaning is fulfilled in the kingdom of God. This is the New Life Translation, so a little bit different. But the meal I will not eat until this meaning is fulfilled in the kingdom of God. The things fulfilled on the crucifixion. Apostle didn't know that. Now on the table, they'll know only one, Jesus Christ. Verse 17 says, he took a cup of wine, gave thanks to God. Then he said, take this and share it among yourselves, for I will not drink wine again until the kingdom of God has come. Nor drink, nor eat. He took some of the bread and gave thanks to God for it, and then he broke it in pieces, gave it to the disciples, saying, this is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me. break the bread just like a dinner table. You do that to the guest. But on this case, Jesus said different things. This is my body, which is given for you. So bread is given to the apostles, said, this is my body. Take this bread. Further than that, it said, this cup is a new covenant between God and his people. Agreement confirmed with my blood is poured out as a sacrifice for you. Grape juice is grape juice. Cracker is cracker. If you say so, you don't see the many point of this communion service. Jesus was breaking this bread as the body is broken. Jesus giving this wine to share this wine as this blood shed from his body. So let's go back to the Old Testament. Where did this happen? When this began? Book of Exodus, chapter 12. God instructed, Exodus chapter 12. God instructed this Jewish people. Special instruction. Moses tried to get these Israel people out of Egypt, but they could not. Pharaoh is so stubborn, they're not able to. So this is the last part of the last suffering, the plague of 10th plague. So while the Israelites are still in the land of Egypt, Lord gave the following instruction, and Moses added. Announcement to the whole community of Israel that on the 10th day of this month, each family must choose the lamb or young goat for sacrifice, one animal for each household. If family is too small to eat whole animal, let them share with another family in the neighborhood. Divine animal according to the size of each family and how much they can eat. The animal you select must be 1-year-old male, either sheep or goat with no defect. So verse 6 says, take special care of this chosen animal until the evening of the 14th day of this first month. Then the whole assembly of the community of Israel must slaughter the lamb, young goat, at twilight. They have to take some of the blood and smear it on the side and the top of the door frames of the house where they eat and where they dwell. Same night, they must roast and meat over the fire and eat it along with the bitter salad green and the bread with made no yeast, unbreaking bread and eat this animal. But before that, smear the blood on the door frame, on the side and on the top Reason is this. On that night, I will pass through the land of Egypt and strike down every firstborn son, every firstborn male animal in the land of Egypt. It's the last plague. This is the last suffering. This is the last tragedy in the nation of Egypt. Can you imagine? There's the school shooting, there's the shooting all over the place. As 5 got killed, 22 injured. This is the whole land of Egypt. And we're not talking about grown men. We're talking about the newborn babe, firstborn child. Why you take this innocent child? Because God's plan is this way. God said, on this night, I will execute my judgment against all the gods of Egypt. For I am the Lord God. So the firstborn son will be wiped out. Not only that, all the livestock, firstborn wiped out. Unless the blood on the doorpost. Verse 13 said, but the blood on your doorpost will serve as a sign, marking the houses where you are staying. Where I see the blood, I will pass over you. This plague of death will not touch you when I strike the land of Egypt. That blood was a security guard. That blood was safety blanket. It's covered by blood. So fast forward to what Jesus is saying in this last meal. This is my blood. You drink. I will shed my blood. I have been eager to eat Passover meal with you before my suffering begins. My suffering begins. People of Israel, first Passover, the land of Egypt, came out of the wilderness, went into Canaan land. But year after year, they have to offer this goat or lamb. 14th day of that month of this Passover feast. Remembering this security guard put the blood on the doorpost so the death angel will pass over. Did it again and again and again until this Jesus Christ said, I will be the Lamb for the one, for the last. I will be thrown. What God said, that I will have to be blameless. No sin in his life. What Jesus was. They could not find any cause to be death sentence. But Jesus died. Jesus shed the blood. So we may have that blood put on the doorpost, so we have safe and secure the life with Jesus Christ. I'll eat this last meal before my suffering begins. So this communion service we are going to have, it is the remembrance of whatever happened that night. Luke chapter 22, verse 20. After supper, he took another cup of wine and said, "This cup is the new covenant. This cup is the new covenant between God and His people. Agreement confirmed with my blood, which is poured out as a sacrifice for you." This sacrifice was the last one they needed. This sacrifice, the one put on the altar to save this Japanese boy. You and you. Many, many years after you were born. On my story, I don't know anything about Jesus Christ, but still have a plan of salvation for my life. He died. That is my God, I serve. And that's the reason we're doing this. Let's all stand and we'll sing the song before changing the song.